Is Earl Amin with the 2020 Foresight Podcast, where CEOs of companies share their insights. It is 6 questions in 9 minutes because top CEOs know how to listen and be concise. So let's get to it. Question number 1. In just a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Thanks, Earl. My name is Mark Adams, and I'm Chief Executive of a large social care charity in the UK, Community Integrated Care.
Excellent. Question number 2. What's the best thing about being the CEO?
I think it's being able to put all of the mistakes that you've made in your career into practice in terms of helping other people avoid mistakes, to help other leaders to go through their learning curve without hitting the road bumps that perhaps you had hit in your past. And I guess that as you get older and you, I guess, accumulate a whole variety of experiences, you make friends. In my case, internationally, you've got a very wide network of people that you can call on for guidance and support. So I think it's a great honor to be a leader. With that responsibility, comes a duty of care to the people that you're working with, and it's obviously a highly fulfilling role to do.
Indeed, I'm sure it is. Well, question number 3 may seem a little bit redundant on the basis of your answer just now, but I hear from other CEOs that leading their team and being able to see the road ahead can in fact be a challenge. What are your thoughts?
I think that any organization starts with working with your team to really look at your purpose, what differentiates you in the market that you're in, where are you going to go on that first 5-year plan. And if you work in a very open and consultative way with your colleagues, where everyone feels they've had skin in the game in creating that kind of roadmap, that vision and that plan tends to come together quite naturally. So I've never found that a particular issue.
Excellent. Question number 4. What piece of insight do you want to share with other CEOs?
I think my insight really would be a very personal one, that never rest on your laurels, never believe that you're the finished article. I think in life we continue to learn. I probably felt when I was a chief executive at the age of 30 that I was fairly competent and I had most of the answers. At the age of 57, I now feel that I'm a long way from being the completed article, and I don't have any of the answers. I look every day at different ways of doing things. I look at what I've done in the past and see whether there's ways that I can learn and improve from that. And I've learned that the value of being a chief executive is having a really strong team, where every member of your team is probably better at what they do than you are, and you are the conductor of an orchestra. And if you conduct well, that team can achieve great things.
Well said. Well said. Question number 5. What other successful CEOs like yourself would you like to acknowledge and should be on my podcast?
Well, I had the privilege many years ago of working with the Virgin Group, taking them into healthcare. And obviously, Richard Branson is an internationally known leader. He's fairly unconventional. He's a very creative thinker, spots opportunities, looks at existing industries and sees ways to revolutionize and to improve them in a way that will build new fans for what he does. Another kind of personal hero of mine is James Dyson, who obviously made Hoover somewhat redundant and ultimately changed an industry. So that would be my 2 to start with.
Very good. Now for question number 6, the final question. How do you celebrate a win?
Again, I think it's part of the management philosophy that I've built up over the years. I'm a great fan the sort of Jim Collins work, the kind of built to last from good to great. And, in his works and studies, Jim has identified something that he calls level 5 leadership. And I think level 5 leadership is one where when you have a crisis and things are going wrong, you step to the front, you take ownership, you lead the team, and you take responsibility. But when you have successes and when you have wins, you step back and you push your team to the front, because I think the important thing is that we spend so much time in work. It's got to be enjoyable, it's got to be fulfilling, and to really achieve great results, you want that wider team to feel the full benefit and motivation of that success, and ultimately allow them to succeed and to celebrate first, and quietly join them in the corner and saying a job well done.
Excellent answer. Mark, it's been a pleasure having you on today. Tell us, how can people find you?
Yeah, I'm available. My work email is mark.adams@c-i-c.co.uk. And an easier way to get me is track me down on LinkedIn. Anyone that's looking for support, particularly anyone that's looking for support or guidance in the healthcare area.
Excellent. This is Earl Amin with the 2020 Foresight Podcast. For more insights, go to LinkedIn and search for The Gray Owl Company. Mark, thank you very much.
Thanks, Earl.